The project is called Edu-Support online class. Edu-Support online what? Class. Online classroom. It has a classroom online in our website. And in that class, our lectures or our teaching is to support private and public school. Private and what? Public school. And how do we support these institutions? Each subject, each scheme of work, or what you may call syllabus, each of these subjects are arranged properly. And they are being taught week by week. Week by what? Week. So in a term, as it were, you have about 12 weeks, 11 weeks, as the case may be. Now, each of this week, you are expected to have your own scheme of work. That is what a teacher is expected to teach per week. You should have it. And you can equally have it online, or you can have it from the educational boards, like Ministry of Education and so on. The idea is to help you prepare ahead. You prepare in advance for you to be able to know where you are expected to read before the teacher even starts to teach. How many of you have your scheme of work here? How many? Yes? Where's your scheme of work? Bring your scheme of work. We did inform you that wherever you come to this class, we expect you to come here with your scheme of work, because we are going to use the scheme of work to know if and why you are unable to follow what is being taught in your different schools. Okay. What's your name? You say what? Savior. Take your scheme of work back. Which week are we now? Week what? We're in week 6. Good. What is the topic in week 6? Speak louder so I can hear you. Repeat what he has said. You repeat. What has he said? Geometry ratio 1. Where do you have that in this book you are using? Page what? If you answer any question here, let me see your hands up. Don't talk as a group. What page? You? Page 99. Go to that page. Have you been taught these subjects? You listen, your hand will be up. This week 6. Have you been taught these subjects? If you are answering, let me see your hands up. That is the benefit of Edu-Support online class. That's the benefit of what? Edu-Support online class. It assists both private and public school to ensure that students move along what they have been taught in their respective schools. I may not agree with you that this topic have been taught or have not been taught. But the idea is that we make you to understand that you need not wait for your teacher to teach you. You don't have to. You have to prepare in advance by using your scheme of work. You study along the topics in your preferred course route. Prepare what? Course route. What do we mean by course route? You should be able to read in advance in line with your prepared course route. What do we mean by preferred course route? School or whatever. What? You want to study law? Sit down. That's your preferred course route. You want to study law. That's your preferred course route. Hey, what do you want to study? What do you want to study? Law. Preferred course route is law. You, what do you want to study? You. Medicine and surgery. That's your preferred course route. You, what do you want to study? Law. Preferred course route. You. Law. You. Medicine and surgery. Nobody wants to study agri because they don't want to be a farmer. Nobody wants to be a teacher because they don't want to talk too much. For all the same, that is the benefit of Edu-Support online class. Edu-Support, educational support online class, so that the class is owned and appreciated by all students around the globe. That's the idea of the class. Now, we are in week 6, based on what you have said. Okay, let's go to week 1. Let's go to week 1. What topic do you have in week 1? Since we are unable to, you say you've not been taught what is in week 2, which is trigonometry, which is a branch of mathematics that has to do with the study of the relationship between sides and angle of a triangle. So in this class, we don't deal with so much of copying notes. We don't deal with so much doing what? Copying notes. The notes and reference work is the textbook that you have in the class. For the purpose of this class, this book is called, this class is, starting from this class, this is book 1, Mathematics for Senior Secondary Schools, prepared by Akwa Ibom State Government, powered by Akwa Ibom State Government, yes, for students in Akwa Ibom State Schools. And this book was donated to most schools in Akwa Ibom State. This book was donated by Akwa Ibom State Government to both public and private schools of these states. And one of the ways we are putting this school to use, we're using it for Edu-Support online classroom, powered by Afako Diaspora Connect. You may wish to use any other book you want, but the most important thing is that You should learn to always use textbooks and compare it with the notes that's given to you by your respective teachers in your various schools. That's the idea of the project. Now, week 6. For instance, when you go to week 6, let's go back to it before let's see. This topic, you say, is yet to be touched in week 6. But have you heard about this topic before? Have you heard about this topic before? Trigonometry. Have you heard about it before?
Yes.
You heard about it before? No. Simple. You cannot say no, you cannot say yes. If one person says no, allow the person to defend his or herself. Don't say that no. Is that clear? Have you been taught before? If you say yes, let me see your hand. Now, if you say no, what is the solution? The solution is that you have to go back and then look at this topic from any textbooks at all. Look at it from any what? Textbook. Before the teacher comes to the class, you will be in a better position to know in advance what the topic is all about. Before you even copy the notes, you will be in a better position to compare the note that is given with the textbook. What is my last word? You. My last word. Well, it's okay. The objective, when you look at this textbook, what is the objective of this topic? Yes? You are free to look at the textbook. Look at the textbook. What is the objective? Yes, who is there? Speak louder so I can hear you.
At the end of this chapter, students should be able to do the following: do revision, exercise on sin, cosine, and tangent of angles, given right angle triangle. Determine ratio for 80 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree using appropriate spatial angles, and relate sine and cosine to unit seconds.
Sit down. What are we benefited here? So it means that you can always, at all times, teach yourself in advance before even you go to a class. That's the idea of the project. So, the benefit of Edu-Support online class is to assist students world over to register in that class and use the class as additional support class. So the class belongs to everyone. Though a topic may not have been taught, or a topic may have been taught, maybe you find it very difficult to understand a particular topic. All you need to do is go to Edu-Support online classroom, because you will meet up with other students there that they are trying all their best to ensure that they focus on subjects that will enable them or assist them to achieve the goal of their course routes. Of their what? Course route. Now, we are handling this because from what you have said, some say the topic has been taught. Some of you said it has not been taught. Either way, the most important thing is that you should be able to teach yourself using Edu-Support online classroom. So, and we believe that by the time this topic is being handled in your various schools or where school may have come from, you would have gotten an idea what the topic is all about. And this particular subject falls under high school quantitative analysis. High school what? Quantitative analysis. In other words, you may call it mathematics. You may call it arithmetic. Or you may call it what? What will you call it, you? Yes? Okay, sit down. What will you call it, you? Mathematics. Well, the most important thing is that it has to do with calculation. It has to do with what? Calculation. Quantitative analysis. And when a word is mentioned, and you do not understand what the word stands for, or what the meaning is all about, what are you supposed to do? If you come across a word, or you've heard a word, which you do not know the meaning, how do you find out the answer? Yes? Simple. Just go to your dictionary, find the answer. There are so many types of reference works on getting answers to a word. Dictionary is one. Another one is what? Good one. You can equally make inquiries. Ask somebody, what is this word all about? Another one. Another book which you can make reference from. Is that? Textbook, fine. Another one. Good. Yes, you can go online and look for it. You can go online through Google. She's correct. There are so many other avenues. You can look it through Wikipedia. You can go through encyclopedia and so many others. Now, since this topic, from what I've said, is yet to be taught to some of you, but some have heard it before. What have you benefited in this online classroom? What have you benefited? What is the objective of Edu-Support online classroom? Question. What have you said so far? What is the benefit of Edu-Support online classroom?
It helps us to read our data.
Good. It assists you to prepare in advance or read ahead. What are you looking for? You are in the class. You are watching outside. Okay. Likely she is watching how the bird is dancing. With the support online class is to assist you to prepare in advance ahead of the teacher, so that wherever may be taught subsequently you can follow up. So that is the another one. Don't forget that Edu-Support online class belongs to Unipoly Coscience Group. Belongs to whom? Unipoly Coscience Group, but powered by Afago Diaspora Connect. So you can always log into our website, unipoly.cosciencegroup.org, and join the class. And each of the classes handles specific topics to assist you go ahead of your course route. That's the main objective. But there's another benefit. Whenever our instruction goes on, the teaching goes on, at the end of particular sessions, all those that register on the class will always have what we call class assessment. What do we call it? Class assessment. Or you call it examination online. Successful. If you are successful in the exams, you know what will be the award? The award will be a tuition-free scholarship. What do you say? Tuition-free scholarship. That will be the benefit. So that is the benefit of this class. Remember, by next time we'll have opportunity to join this class again. You must always come up with your scheme of work. The first thing is your scheme of work. The second is the textbook you are using for your respective schools. Those are the two key things. Then you have notebook for practical session. For practical and practice sessions. Because at the end, we'll ask you a question. So that you be able to assess yourself at the end of each class. We ask you one question, ask you another question. You are able to answer it using the textbook you are using a scheme of work. So at any point in time you join the class, I will always ask you, what week or which week you want us to try to support you in the topics. Today, in quantitative analysis or mathematics, for the class we are now, you said mathematics, and we choose week 6. And week 6 took us to a particular topic. And we expect you to go through that topic. So that by the time we meet another week, we equally ask you, which week we find ourselves when we meet? Just mention the week and don't forget to come with your textbooks. Have you seen anything here? Have you written anything? The whole of the discussion, have you? Now, we've not written anything, but let's have a summary of what we have said. Today is what? Today's date? Today is Friday. That's what you put in your notes. So you see that whenever we are in the class, the first thing is for you to listen. The first thing is for you to listen. The next thing is you want to know which week are we looking at. We are looking at week 6. We are looking at week 6, and the topic is a quantitative analysis. Quantitative analysis, and we are taking the topic here from book 1. Our topic comes from book 1, and the name of the textbook we are using is Mathematics for Senior Secondary Schools. Book 1, Mathematics for Senior Secondary schools. We expect you to write this so that by next time we come, we'll say it, or else we won't attend the class. For senior secondary schools. And produced by the author. Produced by Akwa Ibom State Government. We can always use any other book, but this is what is accessible to us by Akwa Ibom State Government. This is what is accessible to us for now. Friends, for students in Akwa Ibom State Schools, in Akwa Ibom State Schools. That's what we have for now. And since you say we are in week 6, the topic in week 6, topic for week 6 is what? Trigonometry. And that could be found in chapter what? That could be found in chapter 10 of this book. In chapter 10 of this book. That's where we are. So, we look forward to seeing you in our next class. Go through this topic, use any textbook, and now try to study ahead of the class from any school you may come from.